What's up, guys? Brent Hess here with Cagezilla Unchained, brought to you by the Wild Style Network. We're here talking about our huge upcoming Cagezilla 86 card, August 23rd, and we are here with Killer K, one half of our flyweight title fight here coming up. Kaelob Alger. Kaelob, how you doing today, my man? Thank you for joining us.
I'm doing great, man. Feels great to be on here like always.
Well, I was going to say, man, I mean, you've been on here before, maybe one of the most frequents on here. If people haven't seen our episodes before, they can go to our Get Wild Style app and check it out. But go ahead and give us, for those new fans here, go ahead and give us a little background on yourself, your upbringing, if you want to share a little bit about that, and kind of what led to the sport of MMA for you.
Yes, sir. I started mixed martial arts when I was 13. Currently 23. This is going to be my 9th amateur fight. All of those basically with Cagezilla, besides one. So I'm Cagezilla veteran at a young age. I started MMA really just out of my attic. I was a WWE fan for the longest time, and I used to collect wrestling figures, and I had a lot of money wrapped up in them things, man. So
R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. Come on, man.
Yeah, R.I.P. Hulk Hogan, man. But yeah, I had a lot of wrestling figures, and that was something I was heavy into. So once I made the transition over to MMA, I sold all my wrestling figures. I made like $2,000 off of them, and wow. I built a gym in my attic. And I just trained by myself for a little while there, for a couple years, until I realized that that wasn't going to work, and I wasn't really getting anywhere. So I went to a gym, local gym, that was in Hagerstown at the time, born and raised in Hagerstown. And from there, I trained for like 5 years. COVID kind of made it hard to get into the MMA scene, because I was just turning 18 as COVID hit. Once COVID was over and things started opening back up towards the end of 2022, that's when I had my amateur MMA debut with Cagezilla. It was a rough adjusting patch. I was learning on the job. I started without a team. And I got all the way to a Cagezilla flyweight title shot without a team.
Yeah.
I wasn't really ready for that level at the time. I was fighting a super talented fighter, named John D. Fuller. Everybody is very familiar with that name. I came up short in that one, and I had to build myself back. I had to go get with my current team and coaches, Josh Hummer, Elijah Harris, TCA MMA, Tactical Combat Academy. We train in Greencastle, PA. We have a phenomenal team that has only been getting better since I joined over there.
Yeah, man, you guys are doing some big stuff, man. I follow Coach Josh on Instagram, and man, he's always traveling and doing something crazy, and you got a good stable of guys. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was like, man, I'm really happy to see him succeeding and doing good stuff there for Team TCA.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we're all doing big things. It's a great team. It's a family atmosphere, and I'm just happy to be one of those guys on the way up. That's going to help put this gym as one of the best gyms in the world, and Josh as one of the best coaches, because we all know that. He knows that. The world may not know it yet, but they will soon. So.
Yeah, man. No, I'm proud of you. I remember seeing you when you first started here at Cagezilla, and you had so much raw talent. I didn't really know you weren't with a team, but it kind of makes sense, right? Like how everything had evolved, and now that I see your game evolving too, it all really makes sense, and I think all the stars are aligning for you, man. Honestly, if I had to say one thing, so last time you were in the Cagezilla cage, you earned your #1 contender spot in the flyweight division. You were victorious against a very tough and game Idris Zabi. Tell us some things you gained from that fight moving into this one.
Yeah, you know, uh, I feel like the last fight was definitely, uh, I would say, a coming out party for me. I feel like I needed that to really, and that's the base of my game. Like I'm so much even more talented than that. I have a lot that you guys have not seen yet, and I'm just more, I'm more excited to show that than anything.
Yeah.
But I will say, I took a knockout loss at little bit, few fights back, and that was a big test for me as a fighter to come back, make the adjustments, figure out what went wrong, how to not have that happen again. And there was a couple fights there where, I definitely feel like my body kind of remembered that, and I had to get away from that old reckless fight style of mine. Don't get me wrong, when I pull it out, as long as I can, you have to be very calculated with that type of approach in this sport.
Yeah.
We're wearing 4-ounce gloves. You get touched with a 4-ounce glove, man, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna know you got hit with it. So, after that it was just more about me fighting smarter because I know how high level of a mixed martial artist I am and my potential. And so with that being said, I had to make the adjustments, and I feel like that taught me how to be more of a mixed martial artist, put my game together more. Um, Obviously, getting better throughout time as well only helps with that. So definitely tightened up some loose ends when it comes to the wrestling, the grappling, and the confidence too. Like you can be a good wrestler, be a good striker, be a good grappler, but you need to have the confidence in the cage to apply it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was a longer road than most for me to get that confidence and comfortability, because I was just so used to going out there and like first round chaos, but
Right.
now it's controlled chaos.
Yeah.
Um, I know when to put the gas on. I know when to get my points. I know when to, and I'm always looking for the finish.
Yeah.
So I think that's a positive of my game now, and something that I took from that fight was, yeah, you gotta attack in spurts,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah, just
really, really,
that's one thing I noticed too, because I feel like you always got you got the firepower to finish fights. And
yeah,
like you say, that first round, you were always coming out, kill or be killed, but now when I see you in there, it seems like you're a little more mindful, a little more calculated, and that comes with experience. It comes with know-how. It comes with practice. It comes with
yeah,
drilling. It comes with getting that experience inside the cage too, which I feel like you've done. I feel like when you fought McKinney in that fight, you thought you won. He thought he won. The judges ended up giving it to him, but and really it could have gone either way. Really, in my opinion.
yeah,
But when you fought Idris, you had a little bit of that fight and a little bit of your old school style too, and that's what I think is going to be the magic formula for you, man. Because you were mixing in your powerful strikes with your wrestling, and in my opinion, that won you the number one contender fight. I mean, because you had to fight a
yeah.
smart fight. Zabi was no joke, and he was coming in there with full confidence. But you shut that right down, man. That was nice.
Yeah, Zabi was a game opponent. Very good striking. Um, yeah, he was a tough guy, man.
Yeah,
He tested me in areas as well. I believe it was a very, so round one obviously was mine. Round two was pretty close. He was finding his way back in the fight in round two, and round three I knew I just had to come out and shut it down.
yeah.
So he helped me grow that night. Yeah, that was a great
Yeah,
fight, and
great
look,
learning experience for both you guys, I think, and it always helps when that learning experience comes out with the W, right? So now I think it's worth mentioning, and if you don't want to comment on it, it's no biggie or whatnot. But you were supposed to have this very title fight against another undefeated young up and comer in Micah Deutsch Jr. back in June. There was a
yeah,
ton of hype behind this fight. Tell us, Caleb, what happened with that one?
Man, I tell you, I don't know. I do know 3 weeks out, we were on track, ready to get in the cage. Me and my team, uh, and everybody around me were ready to, put it on the kid. Because like, don't get me wrong, and I'm not against, I guess, hyping up a fight, but this is the amateur level. We're not getting paid anything. So for me, it's all personal at that point. It's like, dude, you can be respectful. You don't have to go out and you know, and say some of the things that he was saying. I felt like it was straight disrespect. So I was looking forward to teaching the kid a lesson, man. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I feel like this is the better route. Not only because I got the extra 2 months to become a better fighter. Like, I think some people have seen just how much of a difference 8 weeks could do. You know, you 8 weeks. This time you look like this fighter, and then you look like that. It's because you made the adjustments. I had more time to make those adjustments in between this fight. I think that's a positive. I think it's a positive that I still get a chance to take an undefeated record, but an undefeated record of somebody that is a lot more seasoned, has a lot more for me to gain from beating, respectfully. You know, um, Micah was 2-0. Like, if that was my final amateur fight leading into my pro career, it's a solid fight. He's a decent striker, but like I said in my interview, I don't think he is. Um, he's still very young in his journey. This kid he's also the same age, Arbin, the
Yeah.
guy I'm fighting, but Arbin's 6-0. He has against decent competition as well. Like, he has the track record of someone who's ready to go professional. You know what I'm saying? And when you're
Right.
6-0, man, everything's going right for you. Like, these are the type of fights that excite me,
Yeah.
because I know that I go out here, I beat him, I take his ranking, I get my title, and I just beat a pro level fighter. A guy who has been putting it together, doing everything right. Um, so yeah, I mean, the goal doesn't really change at all. I still get my title. I still get to take an O, um, and I get to have a lot of fun in the process, man. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is the way it was supposed to be all the way. All,
110%, man. 110%. And good on you for being the bigger man and not talking smack with against Micah, because I think you very well could have, after all the smack he was talking, and then ended up pulling out. But yeah, moving into August 23rd at Cagezilla 86. Man, I know you were really on top of me about trying to get you a matchup here and get you the title fight that you deserved, and I was so happy, honestly, to get that for you, man. I think you deserve this shot more than anything, maybe more than any of the title contenders on the card, man, because you really worked your way back and then worked your way back to the top, and then that's where you are, man. So I'm really happy about this, man. We're bringing in this kid from New Jersey,
yeah.
to fight you, and you're up against a young undefeated prospect, like you say, 6-0, Arbin Loga, out of New Jersey area. I guess, first of all, tell us what, if anything, you know about Arbin heading into this huge flyweight title fight.
All right, I kept it. I'm a very respectful guy, very very respectful guy. I kept it respectful the last time. I'm gonna keep it respectful this time. I hope this time it doesn't bite me in the ass again. But he looks like a very nice kid. He
Yeah.
looks like a cool guy. Looks like somebody I'd get along with. I'm gonna have fun competing against him. He's a solid competitor. He has very good skills. Um, I expect the toughest fight of my career, and I'm training and I'm showing up like I'm going to be in the toughest fight of my career. It is going to be a 15-minute fight. Um, I'm going to be there every single minute of that 15 minutes, as I expect him to be. He's young, he's athletic, he's motivated. Everything's been going right for him. He's getting his title fight. He's traveling all the way down from New Jersey. Um, this kid has no reason to come in here and lay down for me. So I expect him to be a tough out. But with that being said, I do believe I have fought harder competition. I not that the guys he's fought are bad guys. He's fought some decent guys. Um, and like I said, I expect it to be a tough fight.
Yeah.
Now, I do believe that I hold the power to finish him in any capacity, and I believe that I have the experience to beat him over the course of the fight. He has 5 decision wins in 6 fights. So what that tells me is he will be there every single minute of this fight, and I'm all for it, man. This is my last amateur fight before I go professional here at the end of the year. Um, you know, this is the belt. I've wanted this since the very first fight I've had in Cagezilla. Through ups and downs, man. Like I said, we're back here now, and yeah, I'm gonna bring it to the guy. It's gonna be a great fight, man, and I can't wait to just get that belt strapped around my waist and have a. That's literally, man. Like I remember saying, have the perfect ending to my amateur career back in June. That's what I was kind of looking for. Man, this is even better. Like take a
Yeah.
6-0 record. The dude's ranked number 8 in North America. Like I've always kind of, whether it's the public or it's just my own perception of myself, I take hard fights. I know I take hard fights. Um, I'm always fighting the best guy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
now I'm the best guy, and he's coming in. He's fighting the best guy.
Yeah.
He's a great opponent, but don't get me wrong. This title's vacant, but I am the Cagezilla flyweight champion already, and I will prove that in the cage August 23rd. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I've never been more excited for a fight in my life. So
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. I know you. When I messaged you first about this fight, you didn't really hesitate, man. You said, "Let's go. I want to take on this young up and comer." A lot of guys might have had some reservations or might have tried to wait a week or something to get back to me, right?
yeah,
6'6", taking a 6-0 guy, but you were excited about it, man, and I loved that for you because I was like, man, your record doesn't show your skill level necessarily, right? If he were to look at your record and be like, oh, think one thing or the other, he better be coming in prepared 110% because even though his record is 6-0, I think you're gonna be like you say, you're one of the top flyweights in the country as well, in my opinion, and he better be ready for it. Now, you're welcoming him for the first time under the bright Cagezilla lights. You've been here, like you say, almost all of your fights, so you know what this feeling feels like. Many guys say it just kind of hits different here at the Salisbury Center when you step under those bright lights, man. And so you have that advantage in a sense over him having almost all 8 of your fights here, right? But tell us, Kaelob, what kind of energy will you be bringing? What can we expect to see from Killer K come August 23rd in this huge flyweight title fight?
The most collected professional version you've ever seen of me ever before. At one point, I used to get all hyped up in the back and waste energy. Yeah, I mean, it just a very cool, calm, collected, professional version of myself. I've been here tons of times. The pressure doesn't get to me anymore. I know we do this stuff every single day, man. So I'm gonna show up ready to get a finish, man. I'm searching for the finish, but I expect him to be there this entire fight. So yeah, I'm showing up to claim what is mine.
Good. Yeah, I like that, man. You sound very confident, and you got that Killer K look in your eye. And man, I can't wait to see you come August 23rd. But before we finish up, man, and I hope you haven't ran out of quotes yet. I always like to collect a quote or a motto from you guys, maybe something that you can pass along to our audience. If you got something new, please share it with us, man. Something empowering, maybe your coaches have shared with you or something you've read.
Yeah, I'll go with the same one as last time because I don't think it got out to the public.
Okay.
So like you can know, but knowing is not enough, right? Knowing is not enough. You must apply. That's something that our coach Josh Hummer
Yeah.
tells us a bunch of times throughout the like my coach, he's a great coach. He'll give you every skill you need. He'll build your game up, but he often says, like, if the only thing he teaches us is skill sets, then he's done us an injustice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants us to be good people, good men, good role models, in life, good
Yeah.
fathers, good everything else as well. So, knowing is enough. It's not enough. You must apply. That is a good quote for me, because, it kind of showing up is just not enough, man. A lot of people think that just coming through the door is enough, and it's not. The job's not done. Far deeper than that. You have to be present. You have to really take the information and make it your own. Like, yeah, a tactic can be useful, but you need to figure out a way to use it in your own way.
Right.
Yeah,
I
I
like
would say,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, I like
that's
that,
probably
man.
good
Because
stuff.
the average person or any person, they could read a bunch of MMA books all they want, right? But
Yeah,
if they haven't applied the techniques that they're, in the book, they shows, all right, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, right? But if you don't
yeah,
apply it, if you don't know what that feels like, and I feel like that goes with anything in life, right?
for sure.
Knowing is not enough, and you must apply. I really like that one. I really like that one.
Yes, sir.
Well, hey man, I know you got a super bright future. I think honestly, you're peaking. If I had to say one word for you, man, I think you're peaking in your career. I think you're putting it all together and bringing it all together with your wonderful coaches and team that you got behind you, man. Give us a way we can follow your journey, whether that be your social medias, your team's social medias. If you got any shout outs, go ahead and give it to us now.
Yes, sir. So, on social media, you'll find me at Kaelob MMA. That's at Kaelob MMA on pretty much across the board. Instagram, Facebook, all of that. As for my gym, we train Tactical Combat Academy, Greencastle, PA. You could find us on all socials at TCA MMA. Um, yeah, I like to shout out my coach, Josh Hummer. That man is just one of the best things that has happened for my career. And like I said, we are in the process of building. We will be at the top. We will be in the UFC one day. We'll be the best. I'll be the best fighter in the world. He will be the best coach in the world. And, tons of other guys from our team will be right in that spotlight as well, whether it be Isaiah Brooks in the UFC, uh, Elijah Harris, soon to be the BKFC champion. He's coming off 2 7-second KOs in BKFC.
Yeah, he's a
The only
beast.
the only guy with 2 7-second back-to-back KOs in BKFC.
Jeez.
Um, Magdi Amachov, he's one of our guys. He's training out of I think Syndicate now down there in Las Vegas,
In
man. So
Vegas? Yeah.
yeah, when we get him, like he's a big part of. I had him for a few months right before the McKinney fight. My wrestling went from 0 to 100. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
we we got some. We got
I saw Coach Josh out there on the Contender Series or something. It looked like was that with him?
yeah. I don't know if it was the Contender Series. I think it was Tough Enough, but
Never mind. Yeah, tough enough. Okay.
yeah. Hey, you'll see us on the Contender Series here in a few within a few fights.
I'm sure of
All
it,
of us.
man. I'm sure of it. Like I say, I think you're peaking. I think you coming down to flyweight. You're a big flyweight. Now you at 35, you were competitive for sure. But I think
Yeah,
25 might be the weight class for you as long as you can continue to make that weight. And
for sure.
man, sky's the limit for you, Kaelob, man. I thanks for joining us here on Cagezilla Unchained. I appreciate you taking a little time to do that. I hope training continues to go awesome for you. You stay
Yes,
healthy
sir.
leading up to August 23rd. And yeah, say hi to Coach Josh for me. Thanks once again for joining us.
Sir, thank you too, man.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Our flyweight title fight is going to be huge coming up here on Cagezilla 86. It's a big one with Kaelob Killer K Alger versus Arbin Loga. You guys do not want to miss this one. Make sure you guys are picking up tickets at CagezillaTickets.com. Until next time, much love and respect. We'll see you guys all very soon.